Hello, I'm Amy. Today is the last day of Chinese New Year, and also you can call it Chinese Spring Festival. That is why I had a good reason to be lazy for a while. Few days ago, I found one of my video I did long time ago, how most Chinese people think about UK and British. Received 10,000 reviews and around 200 comments. I was a little bit surprised and also a little bit shocked. In the video, I mentioned the 5 good points most Chinese people like about the UK and another 5 common ideas based on the people who been to UK and who are still living and studying there. Those are not my personal opinions. I just summarized from the internet. Why I did that video? That was because when I saw all those ideas about the UK and the British, I was confused and I found it quite interesting that the people's feelings are so different. And also I realized the internet seems didn't let the people know each other more and better, but sometimes cause lots of misunderstanding. So in fact, that video was kind of a satire. I'm so glad somebody can tell it was in the comment section. I married a British guy for around 12 years. And we have been back to UK twice. And we stayed there totally around 3 months there. And my husband took me to lots of places in the UK. And I tried lots of food there. I had a very good experience there. And honestly, I really like UK. So that's why when I saw those kind of ideas about the UK from some Chinese people, I feel quite hard to understand and I feel confused. In that video, I mentioned 5 good points the Chinese people like. I guess nobody doubts them. And of course, they are true. First one, the beautiful countryside. The second one, British people are very polite. The third one, Britain has a special royal family. The fourth one, Britain has elegant afternoon tea etiquette. The fifth one, British people has sense of humor. And then there are other 5 common ideas based on some personal Chinese people's thinking and feeling about UK from the comment section. I guess most people are from UK. Some people were surprised. Some people were angry. Some people disagree. Some people found it hard to believe. Some people found it is interesting to see the so quite different perspective from the people of other countries. About all the response, I can fully understand it. I've been to UK twice. The first time was in winter. It's around February. The whole month we stayed there. The second time was summer holiday. Around the whole July and August we stayed there. When I was there, I really didn't see the weather was always cloudy or rainy. The weather most time was quite nice. I enjoyed being there. And for me, compared to China's weather, the winter in the UK is warmer than China, and the summer in the UK is cooler than China. For my personal opinion, I really think the weather in UK is very nice. The second one, hot water in the UK causes the hair loss. I do believe there has no direct connection between the hot water and hair loss. And also, like lots of friends left the comments, not all the UK has a hot water. I only can explain why lots of Chinese people have or hide this kind of expression. That's because when they left China to UK and the hair loss happened to them, so they just connect these two together. It's not science. Anyway, that's all personal feelings. So I hope British people or British friends don't take this one too serious. The third one, no tasty food in the UK. I don't agree with this one. I have been to UK, right? I tried lots of nice food. Let me think about it. I had Domino's pizza. I really like it. And other pizza. And handmade burgers and the very big chips. Nice. And we had pies. Beef pie. I really like it. And all kinds of roast with different vegetables. My favorite is cavalry. And also we had lots of times Indian food and Chinese food. And also we went to the French restaurants and we had lots of Italy food. Anyway, for me, I think there has lots of food in the UK for people to choose. But why lots of Chinese people think there has no tasty food in the UK? For my understanding, that's because lots of Chinese people, they are really very obsessed about our own flavor food, and it is really hard for them to adapt to new and accept the food from other countries. And I would like to tell you, I have seen lots of Chinese people live in other countries complaining the local food. So it's not just they complain, no tasty food in the UK. For them, all in Chinese food are nice. So that's still personal people's thinking. The fourth one, British people are bad at math. I really don't know how to explain this. I guess it's because lots of people in the UK in daily life, maybe they are not good at additions and subtractions, calculation. But as I know, this happens to lots of people all over the world, not just the British people. And the calculation in daily life thing is not the same as the mathematic ability. The fifth one, British people are very cold and sometimes kind of arrogant. Okay, I think I have some right to say about this because my husband is British. I think the British people are just calm, reserved, and keep a distance. And also the people from different countries and have the different cultures have the very different understanding and feeling about being warm and polite. Okay, I repeated all the 5 opinions about the UK from lots of Chinese people. They're all just personal people's subjective opinions. And because of the internet, it spreads quickly and widely. And lots of people in China who never been to the UK and who never met a real British person just formed their thinking and impression about the UK and British people. So these are just pure stereotypes. Please just ignore it and laugh it off. And I have to say there are some Chinese people are really like UK, because UK is the only one country that the country's name has a Great Britain, and UK is a quite small country, but it was powerful and it is still very powerful now, and it is developed, it is civilized, but also when you are in the UK, you still can feel the historical atmosphere. And UK did lots of contribution to the modern world. Okay, I hope British friends don't take those 5 opinions, personal opinions, too serious, okay? They're not truth. You know what you are and you know who you are. The next, I would like to share my experience that kind of relevant to the stereotype in China. I am from Henan province, the middle of China, and Henan province is famous for large population and poverty. Lots of Henan people, including me, leave our hometown to the big city like Shanghai and Guangzhou to get a work, to have a life. And before, I never knew our reputation, Henan and the people from Henan, was that bad. I remembered when I was working there, lots of times my colleagues or the people outside, when they knew I am from Henan, they talked to me, they asked to me, oh, I heard people from Henan, they don't like taking a shower and they don't pay attention to hygiene. And then they gave me some kind of true stories they heard, they experienced. At last, they also asked me, is that true? I still remember that feeling. I felt embarrassed and shocked that the people's thinking about us are so different, and I don't want to say, but it was a direct prejudice, and it happened quite often in the years I worked in Guangdong and Hangzhou. It was during 2005 to 2012. And I also heard the Henan people are kind of lazy and they are attached to their family very much, and they always like taking a leave, go back to their hometown. That's why in those years, lots of factories and companies, they don't like hearing the people from Henan. I have seen by my own eyes, outside some factories, there has a big poster recruiting workers, except people from Henan. So I guess around 2000 to 2015, those 10 15 years seems the whole society was against the people from Henan. And also those times, lots of TV shows, I remember the characters in the TV show, like the construction workers, thieves, robbers, anyway, in the low class and the bad people all spoke Henan dialect. So as a person from Henan province, I did feel a very deep discrimination and stereotype in my life those days. In 2002, a writer named Ma Shuo wrote a book, Who Did the Henan People Offend?, calling the society to eliminate prejudice. It was a big thing that time, and lots of famous people start to speak out for Henan and the people from Henan. Anyway, after years, now finally, Henan people been treated fairly. That's my video today. It doesn't matter where you are. Hope you have a good day.